No.
Fell beast. I don't see any fell beast here.
Not in here, but you know what the fell beast is?
Oh yeah, the giant flying thing of doom.
Yeah, that the Nazgul Road. Well, the one that the lieutenant rides on in here, Lieutenant of Dol Guldur, has like a T-Rex in it. It's pretty scary.
Huh. Yeah, it is quite intimidating.
And one problem I have with Warden as well is it's hard to main tank a lot of big bosses. Actually, almost to the point where it's kind of impossible.
And to the point where I've almost died and have died multiple times.
Well, no, I'm talking about main bosses in the sense of just one person, because they don't have enough health. Like, versus a Guardian, maxed out Guardian with like 9,000 health on his buff. I could go to like 13.
Got you guys.
Versus like my measly 7.
If only Rob would get this game.
Yeah, but he's like, I don't have enough time.
I'm too busy doing nothing. Except for hallucinogens.
Too busy having work and school and having sex with girls. I'm like, you had sex like once out of like the fucking past 4 months. Woo. He tries way too much, that's one problem. He's like addicted to it.
Addicted to sex?
It seems so. Like, that's all he does, is like try to fucking hook up with chicks. Like, dude, seriously.
Well,
You're
from what
like
I hear,
20
you
years
should
old.
take lessons from Kyle.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty ridiculous.
If only.
Of course, then again, a lot of it is based on appearance as well.
Growl echoes. Wait a minute.
No.
Not it?
No. Growl.
Oh. Oh, that's the wolf.
Yeah, we need old root. Oh, yeah, wait, no man, we already explained those in the last. For people who haven't seen our last LotROCast, those blue text that come up, what you see here, it's essentially these little encounters that are optional that you can do. And it's usually just like defeating a boss or something along the lines of that, or defeating a certain group of enemies, and you will get sometimes little rewards you can use within the instance. Also completion towards like a deed, for example here. It also gives you more skirmish points, doesn't it? I'm trying to think.
Yes,
Get
it
up,
does.
lazy ass.
Gives you bounty marks as well.
Yeah, that's right. The bounty, which are
Redeemable for skirmish marks.
yeah, that they also there's a lot of well, the bounties themselves. The bounties are the ones that you sell for money.
Indeed. Oh yeah.
And they'll give you different marks, like the different rank marks, which you can use to trade in for more skirmish marks, or you can use them to get certain items that require a certain amount of them. Yada yada yada. The thing I like a lot now.
Oh no, you go ahead and finish because it's completely unrelated.
You go ahead, because I got a lot of explaining.
Okay, earlier when you were like, appearance does matter. What did you mean by that? In the sense that
I'll tell you, basically, Kyle is a lot better looking guy than Rob. In a lot. He's like a pinch picture.
Why am I dying?
I have no clue why you're dying.
That was my oh crap skill, by the way. I don't know if you were able to see that. It's called Voice of the Council. I use it way too much.
At least you have to use it way too much, I guess.
Ooh, I completed a deed. Magic attack. Let's see, you share the power like 8,000 million times. Tactically adept, minus 3% tactical skills power points. And with this one equipped, I will get plus 15% to fire skill damage, plus 10% to attack damage, and minus 15 seconds cooldown of Light of the Rising Dawn, and minus 15 second blinding flash duration. So the blinding flash would be completely useless no matter what that trade.
Well, that's because of the set bonuses. And I might be dying.
Okay, go ahead and finish your explaining. I'm not going to argue the point of who's the better looking dude. That's kind of
Why? It's because I'm, you know, content with my sexuality.
I'm content too, but this is the internet.
Yeah, well. But anyway, the thing I like a lot what they've done with Skirmish before is, or Skirmish now rather, is before the rewards were pretty meh. There's a few nice ones like bulk crafting, and a few, you know, like if you're someone like Brian who wants to just level up in the game with the skirmishes, there's some decent, you know, some decent armor and jewelry and weapons and whatnot to be had. It's really useful for legendary items, especially getting relics. You can get bronze relics, which cost like nothing, get like hundreds of them, and then build up your stacks of relics to make better and better relics, which are the things you put into your sword or your legendary item, which have stats. Now they've added teal gear that you get from the classic instances, which they made to scale to your level, which is nice for you, Ace, because now you'll be able to actually do them.
Yay.
Because they're fun. But yeah, like just the fact that now there's more armor sets to the game. Because originally, when Moria came out, it was just like the tier 1 set. Then they had, when DN came out, another raid, they had another armor set. And what they really fucked themselves up with is they added Radiance, which is essentially just a gating mechanism. Which they're taking out, thank God.
Can you believe that some people are actually angry about that?
Yeah. But it's a pretty overwhelming consensus that it sucks balls. It splits up your content too much, and it makes certain things like futile. Like that's when LotRO originally launched, and it had, not originally launched, but when it had its first update, Book 9, the itemization in the game was pretty damn awesome. Especially when it came out with the Rift. Probably actually when the Rift came out, which I think was book 11 or 12. That's when the itemization hit its peak, and it was just so great. Which shows for you know, itemization is basically it's just the items in the game and the balance between the different, you know, sets of items, different, you know, weapons, sets of jewelry, sets of armor. And there was PvP armor, there was the Rift armor, which is a raid, and there was the Hellground armor, which is another raid, and they all added something a little bit different, tailored to a certain different part of your class. And it was great because you can pick and choose, get different runner sets if you wanted to have like 2 pieces of this set, 4 pieces of that set, or maybe 2, you know, whatever you want to do. Bunch of different jewelry that you could have. If you want to be more balanced, you could go with the crafted stuff, or you wanted like maybe more to what like agility and vitality, go with another set or another just specific kind of jewelry. It's really nice.
I remember when LotRO was in beta.
Yeah.
And I was in it. It was closed at the time, and thanks to Jack here, I got in. And then after my 10-day or whatever was up, or was there even a fee during beta?
No, there was
beta. Just
no, it was free. If you got closed beta, then yeah, it went to open beta, which was it was like 2 weeks, I think, maybe. Which open beta was basically retail, but it was free. Which,
once
by
all
the way,
that ran
launch of
out,
the game
I
was
never played.
yeah, until but LotRO was accredited with one of the smoothest launches in gaming and MMO history, because basically there was like WoW had a pretty shitty launch, like servers were down and all kind of shit, problems with connections. I think it was WoW.
You know, I disagree. I think there's one game that trumps LotRo in as far as launch smoothness goes.
What?
Duke Nukem Forever.
You know what? I'm talking about MMOs, you retard.
Oh, well, you should, narrow it down.
I said MMOs.
You
Someone
said
fails
games.
at listening. So games, I mean MMOs, like, or rather MMOs. I narrowed it down to MMOs.
Well, you know what? I just stopped listening to you after a while.
Yeah, because you're an asshole. But anyway, it's basically like, last day of open beta, it was like, okay, midnight, and it, or whatever, and then it switched over to, retail, and it was like the exact same thing. Yay.
Yeah. Right when money was involved, I was out.
Well, all you had to do was buy, like, a game, and you had 30 days free. Then again, you're forced.
Ouch. Hurt.
But now you have a job.
Yeah, which, I don't know. I like it, but at the same time, I never have time to spend money.
Which is a good thing.
Black Friday, I'm definitely buying Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
We sure shit spent money the other day. That laptop.
Well, true. Very true. You have a valid point. That laptop is completely necessary. And if it wasn't
I still think you
easy
should
to
just
pay-
save though.
Dude, you do realize who you're talking to. This is the most impatient person in the world that you're speaking to. And
I'm actually shit as well, but when it comes to money, you can't.
well, that's
be
your own
patient.
fault for, oh, DHL.
Yeah, I'm still like I want like an extra guitar right now, but I know I can't afford it yet. See, that's one reason why I don't have a credit card yet or anything. I like to pay for stuff in full. I don't like to borrow money. I don't like to do those things. It's just I don't like being in debt, basically. It's a really shitty feeling.
Yeah, I lived it.
Wait, how did you live?
Wow, that was awesome. I made so many crits on that one. And I think you should pull this priest of vengeance before he bones my face. It's kind of in the middle of that. And I don't have a health bot. I don't think so.
God damn it.
Quickly!
How to get rid of my damage?
Still
Run! Run!
I used it!
You're standing there like, yeah, let me just, have him smack the shit out of my face.
I was looking for a health bot. Leave me alone.
Well, still, just run.
Oh, this health bot
Fail at
heals us.
multitasking.
Well, I'm sorry I don't have independent eyeballs. I'm sorry I can't be a reptile.
You can hold forward, or W, or whatever, on your fucking...
Well, I
Come on
would
now.
run into death. Okay, let's definitely wait here for like 5 seconds.
Dum-dee-dum-dee-dum-dee.
Rearrange my headphones.
I really want that mic as well, though, dude. It's gonna be so nice.
Yeah, I really want you to get that mic as well.
Because then,
Because... What? Then what?
by doing that, we can just, like... I could go over Rob's, Joe can come over there. I could bring my headset and my mic. I could give my headset to Rob. Joe can have a pair of headphones. I'll have a pair of headphones. We'll have our mics. Yada, yada, yada.
Will be.